You unplugged it.
Yeah.
Aye. Ah, lovely. Jesus Christ. Actually, I when I had my first session today for my therapist, and so he came on to Zoom and stuff, and I said, "Oh, cool, you can hear me." And I told him about when I had Loudtastic on, and I was using StreamYard, how everyone could hear her fine, but I sounded like I was coming from the bottom of a 10-foot deep tin can
Yeah.
because I forgot to put my input. I forgot to switch it over. Fuck, like I was telling you the other day.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What that might be
Yes.
is Discord. If you've got Discord open on Dorothy,
Oh yeah.
Discord likes to change settings. Like I can't
Oh.
have Discord open and do my stream.
Oh, so
My
you're kind of in the same boat I am.
my
I wonder why that.
my music program, the drivers for it
Yeah.
just do not load in if I have Discord open.
I wonder why Discord is so bitchy.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Because you remember the issues we had with Heidi and all that connectivity ball of fuck. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't get it. But yeah, where's my shit here? I know we're just talking shit, but we're gonna do this anyway.
Roll in.
Hi, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Hey! You guys in the back?
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me. Cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, got some egos to the face. Baby, I don't need no space, coming closer for a taste. And I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on a tight frame. Long game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.
It's the Klayre Avalon show, you motherfuckers.
It's the Klayre Avalon show, you motherfuckers. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. The the guitar elements of that track. Because I've been thinking of the intro itself, and I don't know why, but it just hit me like a train, like all my ideas do. I really like the guitar elements of that track, or that song rather.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I have such a fetish with a good guitar riff. I just do. I don't know if you know who Mark Ank is. He does like trancey kind of stuff.
Right.
And he remixed Thunderstruck fucking years ago.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, but you know what? As much as there's like 100 different remixes of every track known to man out there, when I found his remix of Thunderstruck, like holy fuck, I was like, what the fuck? Like, who is this? This is amazing.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Fuck.
He does it so skillfully. You know what? You know what I always say? Like, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And
Yeah.
oh look, Richie's come to join us. Hello, Richie.
Oh, hey, Richie, mate.
How's everything going, Richie Rich? See,
Yeah, you should check out Rev Theory. Hell yeah, if you like a good guitar riff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's fucking amazing song.
Rev Theory, as in Rev an Engine.
Yeah, like REV Theory.
Rev Theory, okay. And it's called what?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever watch a TV show, American TV show called Blue Mountain State?
Never heard of it.
It was a comedy about a football fucking team in like a
Okay.
college football team in America.
Huh.
And it used to be the theme song to that, so that's how I know it. But it
Okay.
shreds. It's like a pump up song, sort
Is
of.
it? Oh, okay. So is it the kind of thing that you would hear in the beginning of like a college or university basketball game kind of thing?
Maybe like
Yeah.
might be
Is it a mainstream
an
song or is it like
yeah,
a?
yeah,
Oh,
oh
is
yeah,
it?
it's a mainstream song, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like someone could use it as a promo intro to the ring, say like a UFC fighter or a boxer or something like that.
Now you got me fucking
They could use
curious.
it. Yeah, it's a good song.
Fuck.
It shreds.
What is it? What is it? Oh, when I was in high school, and they used to, because we used to have like pep rallies and stuff during school hours.
Right.
And what was the song they used to play? For some reason, all of our high school teams had the same quote unquote theme song, and I can't remember what the hell it was.
I don't know. A classic for back then was like, oh no, you're. What year are you going back?
Mid to late 90s. It wasn't Break My Stride. Eye of the Tiger. That's the one.
Oh right, okay.
Oh my God. I don't know. I don't know who thought that was a good idea for high school teams, but we had volleyball, we had basketball, and the whole thing. And every time that you would hear Eye of the Tiger blaring in the gym.
Yeah, it's a bit like Seven Nation Army now.
That's it.
Yes,
Oh, did they use that as a
all-
hype song too?
That's all you ever hear is ding 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 ding.
Really?
Ding. Yeah.
Of all songs?
Every football stadiums, soccer stadiums, cricket
What?
stadiums, baseball stadiums, basketball stadiums. If there's a break in play, it's dun 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 dun.
That's okay.
It's been like that for years as well. They might have moved on from now, but from that, but yeah.
Is
at
this
one
an
point,
English or European thing?
no, it's Europe. No, it's an American thing as well.
Was it us? Okay. Well, I
Yeah.
shouldn't say us because I'm Canadian.
No, yeah, I don't class you as American.
So. I only say North American. Yeah. Like if I'm talking to someone who doesn't know me overseas, I'll say, yeah, I'm North American, but I'm in Canada. I never, because I always get, are you? I always have to say that I'm not American.
Yeah,
Because for some reason, no one ever thinks of Canada. Fuck.
I suppose it's what country you were brought up in, right? You just school taught and shit like that. How big of a deal geography was in your school and
That's it, right?
stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like you ask the average American, they could hardly even point to states. I expect they know the names of them. They ain't got a clue where the fuck they are though.
Oh, mate, make no mistake. One of the biggest jokes over here is that not so much adults, but American like high school students or university students. The big joke over here about that crowd is, and to a small degree, you're adults as well, but the big joke is that they can't point out the United States if they're looking at a map of the United States.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's I think it's Jimmy Kimmel used to do skits in his show where he'd go out and talk to the public and ask them questions.
That's Rick Mercer.
And quite a lot of the time, like they just didn't have a clue where the fuck America was on the map.
Actually, you
know
know
what
what?
I mean? And it's like, what the hell?
We had our Canadian guy Rick Mercer used to do that. But does the name Jordan Klepper mean anything to you?
Nope.
He worked with these late night guys like Kimmel and all them, and I think Stephen Colbert as well. And actually, what you're talking about, he's done on the streets. Like he's gone to he's gone to Trump rallies and stuff when that guy was in office and stuff, and he would talk about Trump's politics and policies directly to these people, and ask them questions and comments and get their feedback on things that were going on at the time and whatnot. And when they would say, because these were hardcore MAGA folks, right? He would say something, and then when they would respond to him, it was like, I don't know, like if speech could be crayons, that's what he was getting in return. Like it was totally left of center from what he would comment or ask these people.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, I don't care." But the whole like you just said, pointing out the United States on a map of the United States is fucking gold. And it's like when you hear, actually, me and Tristan watch a lot of gamers, right? And they'll say certain things or whatever it might be, or they'll mispronounce something. Oh my God, that is such an. And these are like 30-something-year-old people, however old they are. It's a mixed bag. And oh my God, it's such an indictment of the U.S. education system.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
Fuck me.
I'm pretty sure if you ask any school kid in the UK to point out America on a map, they would be able to by the age of 8 or 9.
That's it, right?
Like, and the fact that like they live in that country and they don't even know where the fuck it is on the world map.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they getting taught at school?
Well,
Seriously.
Yeah, right. See, that's the dynamic in modern history, and yet I think one day we were talking about, what the fuck's the name of that movie? Stand and Deliver with Edward James Olmos, Latino actor or whatever, Mexican, I think, and great movie, but like teacher comes in to save the problem kids kind of idea, kind of trope. But as much as that kind of movie can be shit on because of the cookie cutter image of it, it's a hell of a lot better than like the fact that university kids in the States can't spell university, to exaggerate a point. It's fucking amazing. I would much rather I can swallow Stand and Deliver as opposed to the whole university thing. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know.
Better education, that's all I say.
Right.
Stop spending all your money on guns and defense and start educating your fucking children.
Well, that's it, right? I mean, university.
That's it, Richie, mate.
There's the spelling. Yeah. University. That sounds like some sort of really fucked up T-shirt. University. Wow. Okay, where do I buy a university? It sounds like a reversible T-shirt. Come on, Richie. Fucking hell. So did you see this new? I don't know if you follow DJ Mag or Mix Mag or any of them. There's a new article out from mixmag.net. What was it? Yesterday I saw it. There's a Toronto DJ here. He's been DJing since like the late 80s, early 90s. He's in the he does raves and stuff, but he's also heavy into the EBM and synth and cold wave scene here, the goth scene. And the article was toward the age range that you see at parties nowadays. And it was really interesting. And all he said when he posted it, because he's on my Facebook, and all he said was some people, he said, I prefer a wide range of ages at my parties, ... Some don't. And so I gave the article a little spin through, and I'm like, holy fuck, I didn't know this was going on. Because overseas, apparently, like in Europe and different areas over there are parties where if you're under 30, you ain't getting in. I didn't know that. For me personally, I'll go to all. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I think that just sounds a bit like too much overthinking by a promoter or a DJ themselves. Who the fuck cares who's coming to see you? Are you getting paid? Yes. Shut the fuck up
Well,
then. Basically.
I think most of the argument is, and I don't know how I feel about this, but I think most of the argument centers around the fact that the people who are over 30 and especially your over 40 crowd and even into your 50s, because that does exist, some people in those age ranges might not want to go to a fucking rave or even a club for that matter and be keeping company with like a 19-year-old kind of thing. They just get weirded out by it for some reason. Whereas, I mean, I don't know how widespread this is, if you want to call it an issue, but apparently in certain circles, some people do care.
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
No,
I
right?
mean,
We're all there for the fucking music.
exactly. That's what it's all about. That's why you go to those things for the music or the DJ themselves,
It's-
preferably the music. But yeah.
there was even one part in the article where someone was talking about they weren't hit on directly by someone in like their late teens, early 20s or whatever, but they were talking about the idea of that happening. And the actual word jailbait was used. I was like, "What? Like what what's your wiring that Oh, that's what it was. They were talking about the confidence level of people that age. And like who gives a fuck? Like if I'm out at a
Yeah.
party or wherever and someone 15 years younger than me decides to hit on me, doesn't mean anything's going to happen. Like who gives a fuck?
Yeah, and like I think there needs to be a bit more distinction between a club and a rave as well. I get that in a club, but if personally speaking, if you're going to a rave, 9 times out of 10, you're someone that likes to get off head and stuff. So you're oblivious to your fucking surroundings anyway when you're doing that shit. So you're just there for the music and the ride, like. So yeah, it just sounds that they're more like show ponies, like straight heads who go for for the Instagram fucking side of it and shit,
Well,
and just say, "Yeah, I was there."
you know who Annie Mac is, right?
Yeah,
She
DJ.
used to work for BBC.
Yeah.
She she's since left her career at BBC and she's an author and stuff now and doing whatever the hell else she's doing. Um, she's still into music and she actually launched an event. Funny we're talking about this. She actually launched a party, specifically. What does she call it? The early night or the before midnight? I don't know what she calls it, but it's her target market is people who have to go to work the next day or who have kids, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I forget what time it starts, you know, whenever they happen, but they're always over by midnight. And her target audience is your 30 and 40 somethings who have something to do the next day.
Yeah.
So I guess there is an audience for it.
It goes back to the thing that's being floated around at the moment that like raving is dying because of the younger generation just aren't really that into it.
Weren't we talking about that the other day on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I expect that's why she's most probably targeting the 30 and 40-year-olds, like the old ravers that still want that one-time nostalgia trip every now and again.
I didn't agree with Mr. Mister there and his comment about like if you're under 30 now, you're not like there's no ravers under 30. I was like, pardon me? Of course there are.
Yeah.
But I think what that comment was leaning toward was more the spirit of it, right? From back in the day, which we can maybe argue is lacking in modern party culture. But to say To say that kids aren't partying today, it's simply untrue.
They are partying, but I think it's more club partying instead of like what we call the underground genres, right? Like your hard trance, your techno, your hardcore, your hard house, all that stuff. I think that there's just less of those parties going on, especially in the UK. Like
What
when
do
I
you
was out
sorry, but I know you guys. What's legal age in England?
18 to get
Oh,
into a club.
is it 18? Okay.
Yeah.
And I know you guys are hardcore on your differences between going to a club and going to a party. We call them parties over here, raves.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, and this seems to be a common theme on the show. Like if I was in England, because it's different over here. Keep in mind, right?
Yeah.
If I'm going to Comfort Zone here downtown, yes, I'm going to a club, and yes, they're open for 10 hours, but I don't know. Some people would call that going to a rave. Some people would call it going to the after hour. You know, it's weird over here.
I think the type of music you're listening to or the club's playing will determine whether or not, like, what camp it sits in.
Well, because if I was in England right now and I was funny enough, it's Friday night. But if I was going to Crasher tonight, I would say I'm going to a party. I wouldn't say I'm going clubbing.
No, you wouldn't say it over here as well. You'd say I'm going to a rave. You wouldn't say I'm going clubbing. Clubbing means
Bingo.
you're off into town to listen to chart music.
So you do consider parties at places like Crasher raves?
Yeah,
That's not what you said before.
it was.
No, you were hardcore on your differentiation of it, because you made you made the distinction between a rave and a club night.
Yeah, a club night is just a normal night in town where you go into the club and it's playing like Chris Brown and fucking Rihanna. And,
Top 40.
yeah, basically like with the clubby dance tracks that are in the top 40.
Oh,
right?
you know what, mate? I owe you an
That's
apology because I
clubbing.
misunderstood what you meant.
Right, yeah.
So you're talking like
that's
the
clubbing.
you're talking like the pub level almost of
Towny
scene.
shit.
Oh my God, you guys say that too?
Yeah, man.
Towny shit? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Now I got you. So if you're going to a big fucking world stage venue, you guys think of it the same we do over here.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Well,
it's a rave or / festival depending on how many days or hours it's going on.
There you go. No, I didn't know that. And I was kind of hoping the same thing, but
Yeah,
no, we
but
had a
it's
misunderstanding.
It's like global gathering, like back in the day, right?
Yep.
You could call that both a rave and a festival, depending on where you're from and
Oh, of
your
course.
preferences and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like and you do have raves in clubs.
Oh, of
That's
course.
why, but that's why I said I think the music distinguishes between whether or not it's a party or a rave. You know what I mean? Like I can go
Yeah.
into my local club in town on one Saturday and it will be playing top 40 dance music, and that to me would be, oh yeah, I've gone clubbing. But then the very next week in the same place, there could be a hard house night or a hard techno night.
Oh, no shit, eh?
And you'd class that as a raven. I'm going raven.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's at the exact same place.
Yeah.
Whatever. That
Yeah.
actually, I was thinking of this, and it's funny you just said that, because I've mentioned Jeremy Healy on the show before, and I mentioned his name only having found out about him in like the last 2 years, maybe 3 tops. I don't know where he is, but there's a pub somewhere. What the hell's it called? All those kind of places have funny names. What the hell is the Hound and something, whatever the fuck it's called. The whole place is the size of a
Box and
coffee
Hound,
mug.
I think, yeah.
Something like that, yeah. And like I say, the whole place is the size of a coffee mug, and he was booked to play the venue. And I'm like, what? Me not knowing, right? I'm not there, and I thought, wow, Healy is playing what I would consider just a pub. Like, I didn't know that happened over there. That was so funny to me.
Yeah, like in our town, we've got one big club and one small club. The small club can fit about 100 people in it, I reckon.
Okay.
And
Oh, that's where you're at?
yeah, and they regularly have raves there. Yeah,
At the small
Tash
place.
plays there at the small place, right?
Okay.
And it's about 100 people. Yeah, but across the road, you've got the big club, yeah, that fits 850 people in it.
Holy fuck.
And that place shakes when there's a fucking rave.
Oh,
in
really?
there. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good time.
Womp, womp.
How well known's the big spot?
Yeah, quite well known. It's
Oh, is it?
one of the biggest clubs in the southwest of the UK. So
What is
if
it?
you
What?
used to be a raver back in the day, then you'd most probably know our club in town. It's
Okay.
called the Palace. It's an old it was
Charlie told me about that place, I think.
it was converted from an old cinema, like 1920s cinema. And
Oh, nice.
so it's got like fucking just big open fucking roof with like a dome on the top.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's massive.
And it's got what capacity? You said
800? 850.
That's fire code, is it?
Well, yeah, that's just maximum. But
Okay. Because over here, it's kind of capacity is one thing, but fire code's another.
I think you can get around a lot of fire shit over here if you have enough fire exits within so many meters and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. So as long as there's enough exits within so many meters, then like you can have as many as you can fucking cram in there. Like,
Gotcha. So you can make it like a bus at rush hour, for fuck's sakes.
pretty much. Yeah.
Fuck. Oh. So I gotta admit, I'm coming down. I'm going.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, because I had my first session today.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was
Is it
interesting.
all right?
Yeah, it was okay. I'm the kind of person where if I'm going for a job interview or if I'm going into something new where I have to introduce myself or sell myself or whatever it is, I get all jacked up and I get all over myself.
Yeah, I'm the same.
And then when I'm in the situation, I can kind of wrangle myself in without really showing it. And then after I leave the situation, I just go, I go from +10 to -10. I'm just like, okay, situation over. And I say that knowing that today wasn't going to be scary. I knew that. But I've also never done it before. I'm not used to having that conversation with someone who's never met me and doesn't know me from a hole in the ground. So that's why I had myself tied in knots. I was like, what the fuck is this going to be? But
Yeah.
luckily, it was a loose hour. It wasn't a tight hour. He basically just wanted to get a baseline, and then we're going to go from there. But yeah, it was all right. I can tolerate this. Do you guys have like through employment and whatever? And then I guess it depends on who the employer is. But do you guys have like insurance and benefits and stuff through work, like we do here?
It depends on who you work for and shit like
For
that.
sure. But you do have a system.
Yeah, like if you're working, then you would most probably have to pay for some sort of like therapy session if you wanted it, depending on how your trauma happened. If you know what I mean. If it was a trauma through work, I believe they would be liable to cover
Fuck, that's totally different. Yeah.
to cover your fucking charges and shit.
And if it's a reputable company, they would.
Yeah, but if you're on some sort of benefit and not working at the moment, I'm pretty sure you can go to a doctor and they will send you to a therapist for nothing.
We'll see I think what you're talking about is like the difference between like somewhere like where I work against where my partner works, for example, because she doesn't have benefits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
She's retail.
Yeah.
because
Uh,
I got the bill for today.
Benefits don't usually start until you're at like a higher job as well, like fucking name, if you know what I mean. Like if you're just a lowly worker, your benefits
Right.
are like next to zero. If you're
Yeah.
a manager or a regional manager, I expect everything is fucking covered.
Here it unfortunately it boils down to what you do. Because all your big heavy hitting companies, right, like your big corporations, have benefit systems. But funny enough, the grocery store just down the block, it's just a grocery store, and they're union. Because we know most of the staff down there, and like when I first found out they're unionized, I said, "What? A grocery store is unionized? Oh, okay."
Doesn't surprise me, especially you have a lot of the same like
Surprised
laws
me.
and stuff as America, right? Like you have the same sort of blueprint when it comes to healthcare and benefits and stuff
Oh
like
my
that.
God, no, we don't.
No?
Oh no, fuck. Um, we have a national healthcare system. The only downfall about Canada's healthcare system is some things are covered and some aren't because it might be a specialty treatment, whatever it is. But like
Right.
if you hurt yourself at work or you have a personal injury to any degree, like even if you walk into the hospital with a broken finger, unless you have insurance, you're going to sit there for 12 hours with that broken finger if you even get served.
Right.
They don't give a fuck in the States.
Okay, yeah, because over here you just walk in and as soon as you're seen, they fix it, and then you say thank you very much and leave.
That's like here.
There's no fucking paperwork or any of that shit. They just ask you for your name, your date of birth, like thank you very much, and that's
Yep.
it. Like,
That's what happened when I broke my hand last fall.
yeah,
The only thing, remember when I had the splint on?
yes.
That's the only thing I had to pay for.
Yeah, none of that. We don't have to pay for any of that.
Real?
Nothing.
Wow. And the
Yeah,
only reason I
nothing.
had to pay for it, as opposed to when I was in the cast, is because I was passed over from the plastic surgeon and the outpatient guy to a specialized physiotherapist. That's when all the charges kick in.
Yeah.
Because even though she works at the hospital, again, it's a specialized service, so that's where all the fees kick in. So that's out of pocket. I mean, the
Yeah.
splint was only $35. I don't really care, but
Yeah.
there are subtle differences.
Yeah, I think the American like fucking healthcare system or whatever they've got over there is so wrong. Like I've seen pictures of people knocked out on the ground. They come to, people are like, stay still. An ambulance is coming. They're like, I'm not paying for that, and just get up and try and walk away and fucking
Oh, it's
like
fucked.
stumble and shit like that. It's like, what the fuck?
I wonder if we could get away with. I wonder if we could get away with some tunes. You know, when we first started, I thought it's just me and Reed talking. I wonder if we could fucking hook up YouTube to this too. I had a glimmer of a thought, but then we ended up starting and stuff, and I was like, okay, maybe another time. I don't know about you, mate, but this feels so fucking weird to me doing this with like nothing melodic under us.
Yeah.
You know, to
I
coin a
get it.
phrase, melodic, because
Yeah.
I do, even if I'm just talking, I always have like there's always music involved in the show. This feels so fucking weird to me.
Yeah. I mean, you do you, boo boo, if you want music.
But now the shit part of it is, the last time I did it, I think that strange buzz started, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Do you want me to present it?
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
That might work. Yeah. Look at you with the managerial ideas.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Let me see if I can find something. Let me see. Actually, you know what? Who was I thinking of the other day? Damn it. See if you can find some Savage or Lisa Lashes or something from No Matter When. Doesn't matter.
And Savage, yeah.
Yes.
Nowadays is like really donkey bouncy.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's you can either have that or you can go the normal hard house route with Lisa Lashes.
Let's go Lashes.
You want to go Lashes? Okay.
Lisa Pinup was the other one I was trying to think of.
Miss Pinup, yeah.
I like them all.
My mate Lee's playing with her next end of this month.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, like the guy
Very
who
cool.
runs the Atomic Heart House.
Yeah. I know who Lee is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's when is it? 25th of March.
Very cool.
Lisa Pinup, Danny Birch, Savage DJ, Afro Zach Lido.
The only person I know No, I was thinking of Afrojack. Sorry,
Jack,
I don't know who Afrozack is.
No.
No. That amuses me about the show because sometimes we'll talk about music and stuff and names that I'll drop from over here and whatever, or even overseas, because most of my music knowledge is overseas. It's about an 80-20 ratio. And as much as I know, the thing about me is once our crew start talking about people who aren't really who are known only basically in your neck of the woods, I'm sitting back going, who the fuck is that? Meanwhile, the entirety of England and the UK know who this person is.
Back in the day, that was definitely the case. I don't know anymore whether or not that's the case. Like, I'm pretty sure you can be in the UK and still not know who half those DJs are.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that for a second.
So, I can't see. Oh, actually, yeah, I can do our Tidyland set from 2022.
Yeah, sure. Doesn't matter the time. Doesn't matter the year.
Oh, no, that's really bad fucking...
You're trying to find a worthwhile recording.
Yeah, that's a really bad recording. Do one of our old Extreme Euphoria CDs or something like that.
Oh my God, you did not just say that. The Euphoria Hard House series?
Yeah, the extreme version, the ones that used to be like bright pink, like luminous pink.
Fuck
and stuff.
me, whatever. Yeah, rock it. Yeah. Oh, geez, that brings me back. Damn. Why did Amber never do that shit? Or did she? Or is it just
back
timing?
Then, I don't think Amber was... Well, she was very well known. I don't think she was Lisa Lashes known.
Oh, I see.
Like, between Lashes and... Like, Lashes and Pinup were the two big ones in the UK back in the early, like, 2000s and stuff. Then, like, you had, like, Anne Savage and Rachel Allburn as well.
I just learned about Auburn in the last couple of years, yeah, and I like what she does too.
Yeah. They were all those four were the original Tidy Girls on the original Tidy Girl EP.
Ah, I see.
So that's how they were like massively known, I think.
It's funny we talk about raves and club nights and stuff because I remember the Euphoria series because I had some of them. And I used to work at a CD shop in the mall downtown in my hometown, and I mean we only had what the buyers got into the stores, right? And we only had what the place I worked at was a newer store, and they didn't last long. But our two big ones were another store called Radioland, and then in the capital city of the island we had Black Cat Music. And those were the only two places I knew of where you could get like stuff like this in stores, and it was limited at best. Because we had that, we had I remember Carl Cox would come through some of his live sets at clubs in the States and shit that were recorded. Christopher Lawrence, a trance DJ out of LA at the time. He used to have a radio show that turned into a CD series. So we did have some options, but unfortunately, not a lot came over to us from the UK and Europe. Unfortunately, Amber did a Tidy Euphoria with the Tidy Boys. And Lee. Oh, okay, cool.
I never knew that.
Well. Oh, do I have to add that?
Oh yeah, so they did. So they did. Have you
I can't hear it.
presented it yet? Yeah, I just need to press play.
Oh, that's why I can't hear it. I thought, oops, something's wrong here.
You can hear that now, yeah.
Nope. Faintly. You can go up a little. You can go up a skosh more if you like.
So you can't hear that now?
I can.
Oh, you can.
But it's faint.
Oh, okay, maybe it's not coming through properly then. It might be coming through my mic.
Is it maybe because? Is it maybe because it's on my side? I have to present it.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think it's being.
That shouldn't matter, should it?
No, it shouldn't matter. I'm pretty sure I'm presenting it now.
Hmm.
What's that?
Oh, there it is. Yep.
Yeah, is that better?
Loud and clear.
Okie dokie. Perfect.
So what year is this?
What's that, sorry?
What year is this?
2002.
Just before I left PEI.
Yeah, I had all these CDs. At the early Hard House Euphorias and then the Euphoria Extremes and
I love this shit.
yeah, like the Nucleus Hard House Anthems 1 and 2 and
Everyone always seems to pigeonhole me into techno, but I love all this shit.
yeah.
I used to just bring that down just a hair.
Oh yeah, no, it's alright.
Yeah, when I was coming up, I was into we had a happy hardcore guy here in Toronto, Anabolic Frolic, and he had a whole empire going on with the Anabolic Frolic Happy to Be Hardcore parties and everything. I was into him, DJ Psy, all these guys. Like, oh man, I remember it like it was yesterday. I loved all that shit and still do.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I don't know where I I don't know where I latched onto techno as my if you want to use the word mainstay, but I don't know why I lean so heavily into that, but yeah, because I used to be into everything with John the I mean, these names are going to mean nothing to you, but
I know exactly who John the Dentist is.
you do.
Of course I do.
Amazing, good, yay! So there was John the Dentist, there was Donald Glode, there was the guys out of Chicago. Like holy fuck, my CD collection was like diverse. Paul Van Dyke, Paul Oakenfold, before I realized he was a cunt.
Yeah, like those names, the more you're saying them, the progressively mainstream they're getting.
Oh, I know.
To me, like especially to me, like you know, what I mean, you say Oakenfold or
I'm totally aware.
Van Buren, Van Helman, or
Yeah.
whatever his name is, like all the Vans.
Yeah. No, I know. Well, the thing you know with me, I don't. I'm a raver at heart, but I really don't care where my music comes from, whether it's 10 feet above ground or. I really don't care. Good music is good music. I mean, I listen to Danny Howard for fuck's sakes on BBC.
Yeah,
I love it all.
every genre has its place.
Yep.
Most definitely. But yeah, like this sort of stuff is my bread and butter. This is what I fucking grew up on. Like
Do you remember?
this speed, this sound.
It's funny we're doing this because do you remember from one of these editions? What's the track called? Ah, shit. DJ Shredder. The track is called Chainsaw.
Chainsaw, yeah.
I'm really mad.
Mad, yeah. I'm mad. I'm really mad.
What are you gonna do about it? Beat him at his own game.
Yeah.
From the Crow, that's what it was.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Used
just
to
gonna
get
have a
played
beer. Hang on.
all the time. Yeah, no worries.
I actually just looked up. The other day. Oh, we stopped.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. Or it went. Oh, maybe it's just in a lull in the mix. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it is. Yeah. Sorry.
I was thinking of the whole electronica thing the other day, and I looked up what the hell's the name of that CD. It's a video game. It's XL 2097 or whatever, and it's got like Future Sound of London,
Oh, steampunk.
Orbital on it, and all this stuff like Atom Bomb from Fluke and so on.
Yeah, steampunk 2077.
That was one of my favorite CDs when I got it. I was like, holy fuck, because I didn't know who Orbital and Fluke and all those groups were. I was like, oh yeah, Atom Bomb, baby got an Atom Bomb, blah 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 blah. I was like, fucking hell, this is awesome. Because back then I was discovering, right? I was trying to find my footing. So if it was music, I was into it. Well, Miss Amber is in the house.
Hi, Amber.
How's it going, lady? What else? When we had speaking of I'm sure you do know this song, yeah. What else do we have? So we had the Euphoria thing come into stores. And this is going to be foreign to you. We had a series called The United DJs Across America. And it was your Kevin Fishers. It was your Kimball Collins out of New York and all these heavy hitters, right? All the headliners in the States back then. And basically New York and LA was the name of the game back then. And it was such a cool series. And that through that series is actually how I found out about Omar Santana, Raver's Damnation. Do you know that track?
Not off the top of my head, no.
You might know it if you hear it.
Maybe.
Oh, how does it go? Do you know where your teenagers are? This could be the night your child ventures into the secret, even potentially dangerous world of the rave. And then it would go into this deep roll of a bass line, like car audio bass line.
Okay.
And then this whole fucking thing. It's a really fucking cool track from Omar Santana.
That sample sounds familiar, but with the underground scene, that could have been like ripped about 1,000,000 times.
Probably, yeah, right. And it had samples of like moms in the track going, I had no idea what a rave was. It was it was kind of funny, but a really amazing track at the same time. Yeah. And it's been around. My God, now that I think of it, it's been around for 30 some odd years. I don't know where Omar Santana is from. He's from the States somewhere. Do you know where your teenager is at 4 o'clock in the morning at the after party? yet. Do you know where your teenager is at 4 o'clock in the morning? Now the question for parents is, do you know where your teenagers are? No, what's that? What does he say in the track? Now the question for parents is, it's 10 a.m. Do you know where your teenager is?
It's just like Amber said, even she used it in a track. So.
Yep. I mean, there's some tracks over the years they just, I mean, they beat the horse, they bring it back to life, and they beat it again.
It's like Signum's "What Have You Got For Me?" It's got to be one of the most sampled like underground tracks ever.
Is that what I think it is? Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I got something you need.
Oh,
What
that,
have you
yes.
got for me?
Oh, is that
Yeah.
Signum? Okay.
Yeah,
Is that trance?
I think the original was like trancey hard house.
That's why I don't know. See, my downfall is, listen to, Amber, good singing, yeah. My downfall is, and I've mentioned this ad nauseum on the show, I will know a track or I will know a DJ, but especially back in those years, very seldom will like if you wrote a track back in those years, very seldom would I know that it was you who wrote the track. I would either know one or the other. Plus, too, I was big on mixes. Like if so-and-so wrote a mix and it was a compilation, right? Like me and Amber did a Rave Memory Lane where I did a few tracks from DJ Micro in his Tech Mix series, and I only know who DJ Micro is. I don't know who any of the people are on his records. I've never heard of them. So yeah. I was more into mixes and DJs as opposed to individual tracks, which is, which kind of makes me sound stupid because someone will say to me, "Oh, you don't know that track?"
Yeah, but you skirted on, like, you were more of a raver than someone that was like into DJing and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like for me back in the day, it was a lot about labels and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like buying vinyl back in the day, I have a hell of a lot of 12-inch bumpers, a lot of Shock records, a lot of Tidy tracks, a lot of Nucleus. So like,
just really quick, if I go back to just us, will this go away?
No, shouldn't do. I don't think so.
Shouldn't, okay, there we go.
Yeah,
good. But yeah, no, I know what you mean, and ravers know their favorite DJs, but DJs are more about the names of artists. And you know what? Given what I just said, that makes complete sense. But and it kind of shakes hands with what I just said, Amber, with me being into mixes and stuff and not so much the individual tracks. Because if I would hear like take for instance Easy Math, right? Like take something like Essential Mix with Pete Tong. If he was featuring so and so, I'd be like, oh my god, I don't know what any of this music is, but I like the DJ, so I would chase whoever that was. That's who I was.
Yeah, whereas I would be going off my head because they're playing like one of my favorite tracks or something like that.
See now in my adult life, and I guess it's part and parcel with it comes with technology too. If I'm listening to X Mix, nice thing about nowadays is you have a track list. So I'll be like, oh, what the fuck is this? So not only will I go after and probably follow the DJ who wrote the mix, so to speak, if you want to use writing a mix as phrasing, but I will also dissect the fuck out of the track list. And I'm like, oh my god. And that's something too, I've been thinking about that. With all the music that's out there, right? Think about that. Just for a second. Sit back and think about all the compilation records and CDs and what have you that are out there, and all these mixes that every DJ with a pulse are doing. The amount of people who are in these mixes, right, who wrote the tracks themselves, those numbers are absolutely staggering.
Yeah, it's like if you go back to that other page, you can see where I've opened up the description under the video. You can see all the track names and all the DJs.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. It's fucking staggering.
Yeah.
Oh. I wonder what the ratio is, globally speaking, for DJs who play and curate the mixes as opposed to the people who actually write the tracks. That's probably a vast gap.
Yeah, but are you talking about, like, what do you mean by playing the track? As in, like, a DJ out in the club playing those tracks, or just someone at home in their bedroom buying and playing those tracks?
Well, no, like if I'm a DJ and like I just mentioned the well, actually United DJs across America isn't a good example. I'll go back to Christopher Lawrence out of LA, the trance DJ, and the CD series that he had. None of the tracks that were on his compilation CDs were his.
No,
he just mixed the album.
it's the same for all the Euphoria CDs.
Same thing, yeah.
Lisa Latches. It says right on it, mixed by Lisa Latches, not written by Lisa Latches.
See, that's the thing. That's why I'm saying that must be such a vast gap between the amount of DJs on the planet versus the amount of producers.
Yeah,
that's a funny little dynamic to think about, right? Yeah, and well, like Amber's saying, a lot of artists aren't DJs. Most DJs don't make their own music. Yeah, right. Well, and that's exactly it. Yeah, I mean, my God, I mean, think of the people. That's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
And all it is the simple idea of a DJ versus a producer. That's all it is. Like, here, play my music. All right, good, cool, done. I've actually I was talking to a friend of mine in my hometown, and I've said ad nauseum on the show before that I'm not a DJ. Because I'm fucking not. But apparently, according to a friend of mine in my hometown who is a DJ and a sound engineer, he's like, of course you are. I'm like, mate, how the fuck am I a DJ? I've done 14 compilation albums, and they'd always be a certain amount of tracks used that would be on a certain record label connected to the distribution company, as it would cut down on licensing costs. Oh, I see. Now that you say it, that makes complete sense, Amber. Yeah, for sure. So you'd have a lot of say over selection, but you'd be asked to pick tracks from the labels associated. Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So
I have this up on my wall.
What's that?
I said I have this track up on my wall.
Oh. So Amber, that's probably true of any compilation record, right? Like any compilation CD kind of thing. I would presume. It only makes sense. Yeah.
Stalker.
I like this. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Amber keeps costs down. Yeah. Oh my God, this reminds me. I was at work last night, and because I can do my job in my sleep, my mind went to like music I used to be into and stuff, like chart shit, whatever. Like clubby kind of shit. It's funny you just said Up and Down, Amber, because the track I'm thinking of, is it from Sia or Tia? I think it's Tia. It's called Slip and Slide. And it goes, when I was a young girl, to play was my entire world. The sun, it came beating down. The heat swelled my entire town. So I took the hose and put it in. That's when the pumping would begin. I am singing it. That's how it is. Come play and ride upon my slip and slide. Great track. Low, kind of low tempo, but a great groove.
Who's your daddy?
Or would you like me to do it like this? Come play and ride upon my slip and slide. Fucking hell.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy? Who's your fucking daddy? Who's your daddy and what does he do? Oh, Amber's calling me a geek. Well, I've been called worse by better people. Fucking hell.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy? The dingo ate your daddy. Please get that reference, somebody. The dingo ate your baby.
I mean, that fucking Nicolas Cage.
Is it?
Raising Arizona or whatever it is.
I've never seen the movie. I just know the line. The dingo ate your baby. By the way, how's everything in Amberland this evening? How you doing, love? We've been here for God knows how long. I suppose I should mention to the listeners and everything that tonight on the show we are doing absolutely nothing. I got off work this morning. I slept for about... I went to bed at about 8 o'clock. Fell asleep on the couch. I got up at noon because I knew I had something. I had an appointment today at 3 o'clock. So I was up at noon because I had my first fucking therapy session today. You were doing the soccer mom thing. Very cool. Uh-oh. Rocking the headphones. Okay. So I did fucking 6:40 right now. I'm surprised I'm awake.
Yeah, it's almost 20 to midnight here.
And then the fun doesn't stop tomorrow because we got the show tomorrow. Therapy was all right. It was all right. Wasn't scary at all. It was a good conversation, and it will be continuing. Today was basically just he wanted to basically well, first of all, meet, so that was kind of cool. And today, Amber, he just basically wanted to get a baseline to draw from, and so for our next session, we'll be going further based on our conversation today. Well, giving you strength to do yours. Well, I keep thinking about that, right? And I don't know. Everyone knows that I can talk about everything on the show, from like dryer lint to like what the genitalia of a housefly looks like. But I haven't been vocal about this on my own fucking Facebook page. I don't know why that is. Haven't really given it much thought. So we'll see how it goes. Because what I to use the phrasing my therapist, I suppose I do use the show to some degree as
Creative outlet.
that's the major reason. But I guess with that in mind, given the fact that I'll talk about anything, how's it going, Gav? It is kind of cathartic for me because, right or wrong, I do try, and I don't want to copy anybody that I respect in media and radio. That's not what I'm out to do. But at the same time, I'm sitting back going, okay, if the people who do radio, who I respect and admire, can lay everything out on the table about their lives, why not? Right? I mean, what's the harm? I was watching on YouTube a clip from these two guys I listen to on Sirius. Oh, well, hello back to DJ Seaweed then. Very cool. So this show, Jim and Sam on Sirius XM, 8 a.m. on weekdays. Jim was saying in this clip that anything is a go on satellite radio, right? And he enjoys it, him and his co-host. And he said, if something happens, no matter what it is, why wouldn't you use the platform you have to talk about it? And it could be anything from a carton of milk to, or I should say, an out-of-date carton of milk to somebody that cut you off on the sidewalk, for God's sake. He's like, why not talk about that? We all experience these things, so why not turn it into content? So there you go. That's why I call my show, actually, this is your fault, Ree, Quality Non-Content Content.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Quality non-content.
Because it really is true, because you know what is true? You listen to FM radio over here versus satellite radio over here, because you can't get satellite over there. And there is a vast difference between FM radio and Sirius XM. It's just two different worlds. Organic content, exactly, Amber. Yeah, on satellite, yep. Which is also why it's a pay service. I mean, my God, I dare anybody to put on FM radio what you're going to get on satellite. Holy fuck, wouldn't happen. Or it does, but very rarely, very rarely. Which is kind of why I, even though I wish I could talk about more kind of things on my show, I kind of like the fact that this is my version of radio, because I'm going to talk about whatever the fuck I want, and I don't give a shit. Even though I know right now that there are things I'm not allowed to say. I know that. But fuck. Yeah, I like it. I like the fact that, I mean, if I want to talk about Toe Jam, I'm gonna fucking talk about Toe Jam. Who gives a shit? And for some reason, people like it.
I think that's why a lot of people do podcasts and stuff like that, right?
That's it. Yep. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, do you know who has a big bone of contention with podcasts?
Nope.
Howard.
Oh, really? Yeah, his show is almost classed as a podcast, right? Really, in some
What do you
senses, it gets put up on fucking iTunes and stuff like that, right? People
No,
listen into it. No,
no, you won't find Howard Stern on iTunes.
no.
No, he's under contract with Sirius.
Yeah, I just thought Sirius might want a bit of extra cash.
No, the most he's ever done, or at least that I know of, in terms of external platforms outside of the world of SiriusXM. The Bears don't like what? My fuck! What is Amber talking about? Bears don't like podcasts. But no, what he did was when he had Springsteen on the show, just recently, he approached Jennifer Witz, the lady who runs SiriusXM, and he said, because of the feedback that we've gotten on the Bruce Springsteen session, he wanted to offer it. He wanted to go to a platform and give everybody the chance to see the session or the interview that he had with Bruce Springsteen, and so he was afforded one opportunity for HBO, and so his interview with Bruce Springsteen is on HBO.
Yeah, like I've never got.
What's going on, Mel and DJ?
Yeah, I've never got the whole thing with SiriusXM.
What do you mean?
Like, well, you call Howard's show a radio show, but it's purely online behind a paywall. So how radio is it if you can't pick it up on a digital radio or an FM radio?
It's satellite radio. SiriusXM is only one faction of the parent company whose name I forget, because they've also got a music service called Pandora. But like I said earlier, it's the difference between satellite radio and FM radio, or AM even. But yeah, you can go on the SiriusXM.com website if you're over here and still listen to the show without the app. It's just you get everything. Like if you tune into SiriusXM any day of the week, you can either get it live or on demand, which I guess would turn it into a podcast kind of thing. But no, it's all live and as it happens. Whereas a podcast is pre-recorded and edited.
Yeah.
I don't know. What I am wondering is he's what?
Hey, Melon. Hey, Gav.
This fall will mark his entrance into the last 2 years of his contract. And I'm really curious to see when this 5-year agreement ends. I'm really curious to see who takes over that 7 a.m. weekday spot. I'm really fucking curious about that.
I think it's just going to be a bit of a poison chalice, right?
How do you mean?
Well, Howard's up on this pedestal for a lot of you guys, right? You know, ain't no one coming in is ever going to do as good job as what Howard does.
And I think Sirius knows that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit like in a football team when a manager has been successful and then he retires. Whoever takes over after is...
They retire the jersey sort of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, whichever manager comes in after the successful one is, like, always going to be up against it.
Well, the funny thing is, it's interesting when you think about what he came from. No worries, Amber. Coming from FM to satellite, I have seen the odd article that has said that his viewership, his listenership has to a certain degree dropped. But you also have to think of the demographic that he's going after. Most of the people that listen to Howard, like, there's very few people who are 19 years old who are listening to Howard. So, given that, yes, he is the OG, and he has the reputation he has, But even that said, when they retire his jersey, so to speak, they did it with Jenny McCarthy because she had 10 a.m. on weekdays, and now there's a few different things going on that station, and they have a certain degree of success. But they're staring down the barrel of a contract ending in 2 years, and those are some big shoes to fill because he's their number one show on it, whether people like it or not.
Yeah, but something as big as that, the person who's replacing him, I expect, is already known and they're already lined up.
Oh, yeah, right. That's obvious. Yeah, that because that takes planning, right? Like, who are we gonna get? Blah blah blah. The whole thing. Yep.
Yeah, you have to make sure that they're not going to be working around that time and shit like that. So.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pee. Hang on.
Yep. So, how are we all today?
In the spirit of radio, I do want to remind everyone who's hanging out with us tonight that this is nothing more. This is nothing more than a shit talk session between me and my producer. I've only been up for a short amount of hours today, and oh my god, I'm fucking exhausted. Got off work this morning, but anyway, here we are. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, I'm taking a bit of a I'm taking a bit of a left turn on the show, and once again at 2 p.m. Eastern, my dear friend Melissa from my hometown will be joining us tomorrow for something that we don't often visit here on the show. Melissa is a physical trainer, a nutritionist, and a life coach. And so we're going to be coming on live tomorrow at 2 p.m. And Melissa's going to be talking with us about everything health and wellness. And I don't know if I want to give a spoiler alert or not, but I do have someone who's getting their equipment together, hopefully as fast and furious as they can muster. A rising star, in my opinion, in the hard dance community, who will be joining me as soon as he gets his shit together. I've been kind of tight-lipped about it, except to him. But, yeah, that will happen as soon as he gets all his T's crossed and I's dotted. So keep 6 on your notifications for that. I was supposed to have a friend of mine on Sunday this weekend to talk about the days, our partying days back home and shit. But he does IT work, and I can't fucking nail the guy down. Because sometimes he works weekends, sometimes not. It all depends what's going on. But some really fun stuff coming down the pipe on the show, guys. And also keep checks on your notifications for what the fuck is it? Episode 3? No, not episode 3. It's episode 4 of Rave Memory Lane with me and my girl DJ Amber D. Oh, I've got the tracks all ready. It's just a matter of time to get that all sussed out. Rave Memory Lane's always a good time. Boston Bruins, raise your hands. Also, I don't know, guys. What is it, July, I think? If you find yourself in Ibiza, in early summer, there's a new venue called I forget what it's called. I don't have the link in front of me. Danny Howard was talking about it on the Danny Howard Friday night dance party the other day. Really cool dance lineup for this party coming up in summer. And yeah, so if you find yourself with a couple of minutes to spare, get yourself some tickets for the Radio 1 dance event in Ibiza this summer. I'm sure if you go to Danny Howard's page or whatever it is, I don't have the information in front of me, but that's going to be a really cool party. You were actually telling me, Ree, about Becky Hill, who's on that lineup.
Yeah.
That looks like I'm really interested in looking for researching her and stuff. Yeah, Amber. The next one's going to be really cool. Yeah, I've got some ideas. I got some ideas for you, love.
Yeah, Becky Hill, like she's won like the best dance act for the last 2 years running at the Brit Awards.
I fucking love that.
Yeah,
I'm not a chart person, but I mean, take an accolade when you get it, right? I mean, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, like a lot of her tracks get turned into hard house tracks.
Yeah, you were saying. Yeah, that's really cool.
There's a lot of vocal tracks out there with samples of her in it. I wish I had more guests to announce, but holy fuck. I was talking to a fellow streamer about guests on the show and such. And holy fuck, he has guests on his show, much like I do. But I don't know, man, because he's dealing with some certain people, as am I. But my God, it is so difficult in this community, you know, the rave community and the partying community, to fucking nail a DJ down for a chat session. My fuck, it's difficult. I was thinking just last night at work, for the global stage, I thought to myself, do DJs who do, like, you know, who travel the fucking, like, your touring people, even Amber in the chat, I thought to myself, do touring DJs ever go home? I mean, fuck. Like, how do these people get anything done? I think that all depends how high in the stratosphere you are currently.
Because I follow a metric ton of these people, and every fucking 10 seconds they're like, oh, I'm playing this club, oh, I'm playing this club, oh, I'm going to this city, this, blah, 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 blah. Like, oh my God, you're going to give yourself whiplash. Like, my God, I don't know. Like, let's take easy math. Like, someone like Pete Tong. How the hell, or even Danny Howard or any of them, right? Like, how do these people book interviews with these talents, right? Who are they're traveling constantly. How do you nail these cunts down? And I'm not being. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just talking slang here. Like, wow,
their career has died down a little bit, right?
It's brutal to be on tour all the time. Well, yeah, right, Amber. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I mean, it's funny. Like, let's take someone easy. Charlotte DeWitt. She plays some of the biggest stages in the world, and people make fun of her because she always looks like she just rolled out of bed and fell on stage. Well, no shit. Because she just somersaulted off a plane, and then they propped her up on a stage, and there she is playing music. You'd be exhausted, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, she looks like shit. Well, yeah, so would you, motherfucker. I mean, fuck. Yeah, well, yeah, no, they have a team behind. No, I'm sure they do, honey. Yeah. Yeah. Some don't. Gav is saying, I remember Tiesto saying that he doesn't have a... Well, that's exactly what I'm driving at, right, Gav? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like I want to have Romanian DJ Nusha on the show, but she tells me she's just so fucking busy. I would love to have Nusha on. She's like, I'm just so busy. I wouldn't want that schedule. I mean, we all love what we do, but like, wow, it's one of them. You know what? It's funny now that like when I mentioned people like Pete Tong and shit. I saw an interview between, Amber likes being at home. Yeah, no, I know you do, love. Yeah, I saw on Instagram an interview between Pete Tong and Charlotte DeWitt. And the whole thing was less than 10 minutes. I was like, what? It's hotel life, right? Oy. You live out of a suitcase. And I mean, I might sound like I'm shit-talking for the listeners over here on SoundCloud. I might sound like I'm shit-talking, but I'm not. All I'm expressing is... from someone in my position who's trying to run her version of a radio show, it's so difficult to nail down and have a chat with the people that I respect in our community. Yeah, well, the novelty might wear off, but it's called an occupational hazard, right, love? The novelty of a hotel has nothing to do with... I mean, that's neither here nor there. Well, for fuck's sake, here comes Staples. Everybody welcome in my dear friend, DJ Staples 93 out of Jersey, coming to say hello.
Oi, Staples.
Staples, with this conversation, you can offer some insight here, mate, because your show is similar to mine. Because you've had some fucking people on the show, Staples, and you know all too well the trials and tribulations of booking people. For those that don't know, DJ Staples 93 on Monday nights at 8 does a round table discussion. Sometimes they have guests and sometimes they don't. And booking people is a full-time job. Yep. Malin DJ telling us, I struggle to get in my garage, never mind around the world. My fuck. Well done, Malin. Fucking hell. I can say, guys, DJ Staples 93, for those that don't know him, he's a friend of the show and a fellow live streamer. If you're unfamiliar with Staples, give him a follow. He's here on Twitch with the rest of us, and his show is absolutely bonkers. I really love it, and he also comes on here now and then just for a chat session, just to hang out and shit. I did lock in Liquid Todd on Twitch and. Oh, cool! You did? Very nice, very nice. Oh, both Lex and Aaron want to. Oh, you got Aaron and Lex. Oh, so Aaron got his head out of his ass, did he? Okay. That's really cool, Staples. Love it. That's awesome, mate. Love that. How what's the time frame between Todd and Lex and Aaron? And again, if you guys don't follow DJ Staples 93, please go ahead and do so. No, dude, never crap. No, thank you for the updates. Staples, is your session with Dave Audet on your YouTube? I think it is, right? I haven't looked, but I presume it's there. Oh, you're going to go after... Oh, okay. So, for those that don't know, recently DJ Staples had on Grammy Award-winning producer and remixer Dave Audet for a little session. More chart-topping #1 remixes than any other remixer in the game. So if you want to check out that, go on over to DJ Staples 93's YouTube and you can check out that session. It's really cool. Also, follow Dave Audet. What's Dave's? Is it Dave Audet official on Twitch? What is it? You're gonna follow up with the rude. Okie dokie. Oh, that'll be a dusty show. Corny joke. No, I know you're serious, yeah. Yep, no worries, yeah. What's am I allowed to talk about anything you have upcoming, Staples? Or is that under wraps for now? If you tell me not to, I won't. Because I know you have one person coming up that you're kind of massaging, but I don't want to say anything if you don't want me to. He has people. He has people. People are people, so why should it be?
Yeah, like Darude's on Twitch.
Is Darude on Twitch?
Yeah.
Staples, you haven't answered my question yet. Am I allowed to talk about things that you have upcoming, or should I shut up? I won't give any spoilers if you don't want me to. All right, okay. Staples isn't answering my question, so I'm not going to say shit. You did? When? Oh, I can. Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed it. Sorry. Most of my audience are English. But we had a station here, we still do, called Much Music. And back in its heyday, before it all went to fucking shit, there was a show on Much Music called Electric Circus, which I was almost on in my dance competition days. And on that show, once upon a time, was a lady by the name of Monica Diol, who is still around. Love fucking Monica Diol. And... once again, if you guys don't follow DJ Staples 93, please follow this guy because he is going after Canadian legend Monica Diol. Oh my God, that is going to be a hell of a show. Oh man, Well, let's thoughts and prayers, right? um, yes, Gav. Dance competition, as in dancing. How else would you interpret dance competition? Yes. Come on, mate. You met her on New Year's Eve. Dance music, yes. Raving, like like fucking dancing. Yes.
One of my
I was
favourite tracks coming in now.
Gav, back on the east coast of Canada. I was in a competition called Electric Circus East. That Monica used to be a host on, although not in those days. I met the host at that time, whose name was Juliet Powell, and I entered the contest and I won. But when I went to the final rounds, I took third for the entire east coast of Canada. winner was winner. The grand prize was being on the show, but yeah, I took third place for the entire east coast of Canada. So yeah,
I love this track.
give it some juice.
John Whiteman, Annihilation.
Annihilation. Ah, there you go, Amber. You won't regret it.
Yeah, can you remember DJ Dune?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't stop raving. He's on Twitch as well.
Amber says she's the greatest dancer. I wonder why. She's the greatest dancer. Are you talking to me, Amber? What are you talking about, Willis? John Whiteman is from Lincoln. What?
John
Oh, it's
Whiteman.
a song. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
No, John Whiteman is the guy who made this track, Annihilation.
Fuck you, fuckface. It's a song, you dick. I don't know the song. No, Amber. Sorry, I don't. Well, fuck me. At least buy me. Oh. Well, fuck you was fine. All you need to do is buy me dinner first. But in my ass, I mean, God, that's gonna require a steak. I mean, really. And maybe a please. Oh, 2 raccoons in the ass. That's going to require lube. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Maybe a pulley or two. A rope. I don't know. Lincoln was an epicenter for Hard House back in the day. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Staples makes a good point. Raccoons move too much, allegedly. So yeah, how about we stick with traditional gerbling? How about that? Which is weird because there aren't really any big nightclubs. Ferret or weasel? Well, traditionally it's a gerbil. I suppose the guys went raving, then spent time in there. I have no idea. Can somebody help me out with what Gav is explaining, please? Because I'm lost.
Basically saying that Lincolnshire back in the day used to be a hard house hotspot, but there's hardly any nightclubs there, so it was weird. So he summarises that they most probably went raving and then spent time in their rooms fucking making all these awesome tunes.
Oh, I see. My kid's half sister has a gerbil. I will take it and stick it up. Oh, well, okie dokie. Amber, if you're gonna do that, use a water-based lube, love. Don't use KY. Use a water-based lube. That's your best bet. I foresee no issues with social services. Amber, go to stagshop.com. It's an adult store downtown here in Toronto. I'm sure they'll ship to England. Yeah, Stables. We're going to get the exclusive. Yeah, that'll be on my Patreon. Yeah. Klayre Avalon, patreon.com/Klayre Avalon Show. Stream it live. Yeah. Fucking hell. All of a sudden the raver community invades OnlyFans. Yeah, it'll be behind a paywall for sure. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, Amber we'll collaborate and get a Patreon going. There you go. Yeah.
South Park already did it.
Ordle, go fund my ass. There's a domain waiting to happen. GoFundMyAss.com. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Oh, wow.
It would not surprise me if that website was already out there. I don't know if it still exists, but there used to be a website called Cake Farts, where it was just girls sitting on cakes and farting.
What?
Yeah.
Staples coming in with OnlyFan. One fan, that's it. Well done, Brad. OnlyFan.com. One fucking person. Amazing. Oh, don't. Oh, shit. Don't say. Oh, don't. Oh, you. Oh. It's almost B-Rad's birthday. All right. Try. You know what? If we can't make it happen on Patreon, Amber, let's go fucking dark web. Let's go real fucking deep. Not till October, but start planning. Well, there you go. All right. Dark web meets the rave community. Cokefart.exe has stopped responding. Dark web clowns. Well, yep. Dark web clowns too, please. Oh, wow. What have we got going here, folks? Welcome, everybody, to the most random edition of the Klayre Avalon Show in its 2 years of existence. My fuck.
Holy shit. It is still up. Cakefarts.org. If you wanna
Really?
if you want to see the majestic.
.org. Coke fart would be such an expensive. Oh my! Well done, Amber. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
not if she's blowing it in your face.
Coke fart would be. Wow. That expensive, but a waste. That's a waste. I mean, really. Like when you're in a shop and trying not to fart. Yeah. Staples, my I should stop saying people's names. My sister said she was a cake model. Wonder if that's what she meant. Fucking hell, Brad. Has anybody ever heard of cake moss? Cake Moss, the model from the 90s. She was always, oh, I know she was always extra creamy, right? Allegedly, rumors have it. Hush tones. Yep. Everybody wanted Cake Moss. Coke Moss. Oh, yep, same shit. Yep. Ah. Love it. Love it. Yep.
And people were surprised when her wholesome stepsister went on OnlyFans.
Oh, I didn't know she had a sister.
Yeah, she got a stepsister. I think they
Oh,
share the
okay.
same dad.
Cool. Okay.
Lottie Moss, I think her name is.
Oh, okay. Speaking of, it's funny we're I told my sister if she models with chocolate cake, I'd disown her. Does anybody? I know most of my audience are English, and so most of you will know who DJ Fat Tony is. I'm not trying to shit around here. But how do we feel that Tony's fucking ace? I have his book behind me. If you do, and by the way, if you know who Fat Tony is and you don't know he wrote a book, it's called I Don't Take Requests. I have it behind me. It's a really good read. But funny we're talking about Kate Moss and all that kind of shit from the 90s and whatever. Do we know that Kate is now in the marketing, advertising kind of thing and music industry? Because she works with DJ Fat Tony. Where is it? So, yeah. Kate is in a state. Yeah, Brad. It's a really good read. Yep. Holy fuck. 7:30. I gotta go soon. Jesus Christ. Plenty of time yet. Bam, 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 bam. Cake Moss farts flour. Amazing. Well done. Is it gluten-free? It's Gutenberg.
Fucking hell, Steve Gutenberg.
You took it from me. Yep. Brad saying ban me for that one. Steve Glutenberg, says Gav. Well done, Gav. What's that?
Mahoney.
Exactly, yes. Ban me for that one. You fuck. Nah, dude, never a ban. Never a ban. Nope. Nope. You'll have to do a lot worse to get banned on this show. We don't ban, we embrace. Wordplay. Wow. Oi, mate. Wyramids. Yep. You had me there for a second. Yeah. I'm actually, you know what? No bullshit, Brad. I'm kind of nice to see you, given the fact that it is a Friday night. It's nice to see you in. Thanks for hanging out. How's everything in Jersey, Brad? About to nap? Oh, you're back. You're back. Oh, are you at Duffy's tonight? Same as in Toronto. Oh, well, yeah, sure. Yep. Nothing special. What's the Channel Island, Gobs? Or Gav, rather. I may stream it as I did last night. Sorry for that, Gav. Me and my girlfriend used to have a. There's a reason I called you Gobs. Me and my girlfriend used to have a pug, and her name was Goblin, and we used to call her Gobby or Gobs for short. So it was a bit of a Freudian slip for me. So apologies. She was a little sweetheart. She's we lost her a few years back. So yeah. Jersey, the island, the Channel Island. I don't know. Jersey is on the mainland. Maybe Brad can answer that for you.
Nah, he's not talking about New Jersey. He's talking about Jersey, the island that's in between France and England.
Oh my God, no! DJ Staples 93 is in New Jersey, across from New York City. No, not the island. No. Vastly not the same thing. No. I wonder if I can switch the music up without us going completely tits up. Yeah, exactly. Only island near Brad is Long Island, and he stays away from there. Why? What? You don't like Long Island? What?
What do you want changing? I'm the one casting it, remember?
No, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just wondering if I do it, would we go completely fucking sideways like we did before?
Not sure.
Oh, is it a whole other world? Oh, okay. I've been tainted by glitches in the past, so I don't know. Dune. Oh, there's Dune's Twitch. Taint.
We call the taint the twern.
Gav is telling us to make the music a bit louder. But can you hear it, Gav? Can you hear it at all? We could probably go a hair up.
Well, you've got like 5 minutes left of the CD, so.
Oh, okay. Fuck that.
It's up to you what you want to do.
We talked about see if you can find some John the Dentist just for fun. Or actually, you know what? Look up DJ John Kelly. Look up a compilation called High Desert Electro Funk Breakbeat, 1998 or whatever year it is. It's a blue cover. All right, B. No worries, man. See you soon, love. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out.
What's it called again, sorry?
DJ John Kelly,
Yeah.
and it's High Desert Electro Funk Breakbeat. The CD cover has like blue on it. What is wrong with me? I gotta pee again. How's that working out for you?
Can't find any DJ John Kelly with electro in it.
I can find it. If I put it in the chat, can you open it?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Later, staple, mate. Unfucking believable.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gave you the wrong title, mate. Sorry. It was Funky Desert Breaks Volume 2. It's called High Desert Electro Funk Breakbeat on the CD cover, but it's actually called Funky Desert Breaks 97. So here we go. I'm just going to toss that in the... I'll toss that in the Twitch chat. There we go. So if you want to steal that, go ahead. I love that fucking... turned up by now, 2 seconds. Oh, don't be so fucking anal, Gav. Come on now. We're going to switch it up anyway. You could have turned it up by now.
Just gonna let this play out.
Yeah, sure.
Only got like a minute or two. Unfucking believable.
Give it some juice to appease Mr. Gav Hobbs. Seems like a baby over here.
That's good. Shit, right? Bad shit. Bad shit, like shit, man. Shit. This shit is for shit. Everybody call it the street. Get killed.
No worries, Gab. We'll just play the... when this extinguishes, we'll open up John Kelly and we'll close on that in about 20 minutes or so. I wonder if it's storming out yet. I can't see. It's dark out. Oh my God, we're going to wake up to some fucking weather tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to this. I'm glad I have nowhere to go tomorrow. Holy shit. It scared the fuck out of me. Bum, 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 bum. Maybe we'll do maybe we'll hook up on Sunday to do a cleaning, eh?
Yeah.
If you're around. You're meant to get snow next week, are you, Gav? Yeah, tonight, Gav, we're heading in between tonight and tomorrow morning. We're heading into anywhere between 10 and 30 centimeters in high winds in Toronto. It's going to be a whole lot of fuck. Yeah, it's been here in Toronto. It's such a weird time of year because it can be plus 15 and then it can be like minus 15 the next day. It's so fucked. Stu Jeffries on the radio this morning was saying that he says I tried to make winter go away, but winter just won't leave. Yeah, I don't want snow either, Amber. No.
You need to accept the present.
Oh shit. I love this fucking compilation. John Kelly, Funky Desert Breaks, Volume 2, 1997. Yay! Oh, bring that up all the way, mate. Give it to it. This is fucking amazing. I love this. I didn't see the decimal there, Gav. I thought you said you had a 15-hour drive to work. Fuck. I got an hour and a half drive to work each. Wow, shit. I do transit to work, and on a weekend it takes me about that long to get to work. Because I have to link up with two transit systems to get to work. Fuck, part of that is between my apartment and my work. If I'm driving, it's like 15 fucking minutes. I know, right? If you take 15 hours to get anywhere. Yeah, right. That better be one hell of a job if it takes you 15 hours to get there. Fuck me. Shit.
Could most probably run the UK in 15 hours.
I know. Fucking hell, right? Fuck. You can drive Prince Edward Island in Canada, where I grew up, in 8 hours if you don't stop. Tip to tip. When this was around, there was also DJ Brian, also out of California back in those days, and he did a series called High Desert Trance. This is back in the late 90s. I never really got into DJ Brian, but he's okay. I much prefer John Kelly. John Kelly was actually supposed to perform at the biggest party I was ever at. It was DJ Micro out of New York, and it was John Kelly. And Micro out of New York missed his fucking plane. So at 3 a.m. we had John Kelly out of LA, and it was fucking amazing. It was bonkers. Fuck. The whole warehouse went dark, and the MC or whoever it was came on the mic and said, "Ladies and gentlemen," he introduced John Kelly, and then he shut his mouth, and all you heard for like what felt like forever was boom, 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 and he let it ride, and he let it ride, and he let it ride. And then and like the whole place was dark. You couldn't see your hand in front of your face. And then at one point, he fucking dropped it, and the lights came up, and he went sideways on it, and the night continued, and the fucking place went absolutely unhinged. It was, oh my god, it was such an amazing experience. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, straight from Los Angeles, California, DJ John Kelly. Everyone was like, ah. Fucking amazing. Listen to the rhythm.
Do you get many MCs in Canada?
No. Well, that party was like the early 2000s, so maybe back then. But we for what you're saying, we don't have like these hard style parties where you have an MC talking and doing whatever they do on the mic the whole fucking time. That doesn't happen here.
Okay, yeah, you'll find that a lot in the UK.
That annoys me.
Especially with certain genres like drum and bass and happy hardcore.
Yeah.
Usually hard style as well in the UK. They usually all come with an MC.
I know. All right, Amber. No worries, honey. We'll see you soon.
Night, Amber.
Thanks for hanging out.
I only like MCs when they're like MCing over drum and bass.
Oh, that works, does it?
Oh yeah.
It probably just works better.
Yeah. Because they're almost like rappers.
That's it. Yeah.
Practically with the drum and bass. Like so high, fast tempo. Yeah, a lot of spitting bars.
To the rhythm. Oh, and tomorrow, just so everyone knows, if you want to tune in to my interview with my friend about health and wellness, as I mentioned earlier, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, early evening for all you guys. As much as me and Ree are doing some tunes now, much like when I had Loudtastic on back in the fall, there will be no music tomorrow. This is an actual like chat setting tomorrow, so it'll be fun. It'll be really fun. And she's nervous as fuck. She's never done a show like this before, so she's kind of nervous. But she's worked with the CBC, which is a Canadian Broadcast Corporation, so I don't know. But she's nervous. I'm like, honey, I got you. It's okay. Don't worry. Yeah, Gav, she's kind of, yeah, she'll be fine. She'll be fine. Well, she's just not used to it, Gav. And I don't think the fact that she's going to be live to the world has sunk in yet, but she'll be fine. She's a small town girl, you know what I mean? So a little bit of grace there. She'll be okay though. She has me, so. I get nervous doing presentations if I haven't done it for a while. Yeah. Well, she's been on stages and stuff because she used to do competition bodybuilding and shit, right? But she's never been in a situation where the entire world is going to hear what she has to say. So that's kind of a different beast, I guess. We'll take care of her, though. She knows that. I didn't even ask her. She volunteered. I was like, yeah, honey, you want to come on? Talk about your career? Yeah, for sure. Why not? Even though we're only in the opening moments of this fucking glorious mix, we're 13 minutes away from the end of the show, guys. I do appreciate everyone who's been here to hang out with me. This has been fucking, oh, this has been a blast.
Just talk shit and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
I don't know why, but for some reason, when, yeah, right? My accidental shows, for some reason, turn out to be the best. I don't know why that is. It's kind of funny. I've actually been thinking about that, and I might, because right now I'm on air on all my days off, or as much as I can. Going forward, I might edit that. Still keep it on my days off, but I might dwindle that down. Pardon me. I'm not sure yet.
Sorry, what was that?
Just for my shows, because I don't have a schedule, right? And I don't do a lot of promo for the show. But I'm on air on almost every day off I have, even though my schedule is broken. But going forward, I'm kind of considering whittling that down, maybe kind of, sort of. I don't know yet.
Okay, so not doing as many streams.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I haven't landed on a decision yet.
Like, how many days do you usually get off in a row?
On days it's better, because because like today, for instance, right? Even though we've been on air for a while now, if I'm coming on to my days off from night shift, I burn a day off by sleeping.
Yeah.
Even if I have 2 days off, like if I have my midweek weekend, for instance, I get off on a Wednesday morning or whatever it is. I burn Wednesday by sleeping, so it's like, whatever. On days it's easier because, okay, if I'm off on Wednesday, I get up Wednesday morning and have my day, whatever. So for doing the show, it's easier in that sense. But it's just sometimes it's a lot, especially on nights, because I don't know, it's just sometimes I'm just not in the fucking mood, even though I do it anyway.
Yeah.
Even I said earlier today, I'm fucking exhausted. I don't want to be here, but I kind of do. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
So how far does your rota go then? Like, how far in advance do you know your shift pattern?
I do 2 weeks of days and 2 weeks of nights. So I got off this morning, and I'm off for the whole weekend, and I start days on Monday, and that's 2 weeks of days. So I'm off this weekend, but I work next weekend. So this weekend, this week coming, I have my midweek weekend. I'm off on Wednesday and Thursday, and then I work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then I'm off Monday and Tuesday, and then I work Wednesday and Thursday, and then I'm off for the weekend again. That's when I flip again.
Right. So in some aspects, your rota is fixed.
Oh, it
So
totally
if
is.
you
Yes.
were to do a
Yep.
bit of digging, you could tell in a month in advance what weekend you're having off, right?
I've tried to do that, and I get confused.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, as silly as that sounds.
Well, maybe we can sit down together and work it out. Because then, if you do work that out, these big shows that you're doing with guests, we can actually start to promote them. Make you a flyer, put it up on your channel.
Yeah.
Make sure it's flashed up on every stream that you're on leading up to that. So
That's
anybody
it,
watching
yeah.
on YouTube can see it and stuff like that.
Oh, totally.
Just to maximize your view count, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I've started doing that with the Atomic Card House channel,
Oh, yeah.
and their events usually get between 50 and 20 people. After I started making flyers and promoting it months in advance, their last event was over 40 people, and it was over 40 people still at 4 a.m. in the morning.
That's cool.
So it just promotion, you know what I mean? You just need to know in advance, and we can sort all that stuff out for you.
Well, plus two is I have to deal with other people's availability.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because my for all intent and purpose, even though I have a broken schedule and I find it hard even myself, I'm kind of at the mercy, no matter who it is. I'm at the mercy of someone else's schedule. So.
Yeah, but very rarely you're going to go to someone and they're going to say, right, we can do it tomorrow if you want.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean?
Yeah,
the majority of the time they're going to be, yeah, maybe I can do it in 2 weeks, or I can do it in a month.
Yeah.
And then if you know your calendar, you can just flick through it and be like, yeah, that works.
And plus, too, the nice thing about this show is, if I plan on going on air on X day, and then X person says, okay, I can do it on that day, then I'll just say, fuck it. Whatever I had in mind for that day, I'll put it in the bin and go, okay, this person's coming on that day. And that's how it is. I'm totally flexible in that way.
Yeah. Yeah. It literally is all about promotion. If you want a good response to those sort of shows, you need to try and have as much time as possible.
Yeah.
Just to promote it and shit.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Because then people like Charlie and all that lot can be like weeks in advance and be like, oh, I can go to that, or something like that. Whereas if you drop it 2 or 3 days before, they're like, yeah, I can't really make that. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, and trust me, mate, I'll be the first to admit that my promo my promo efforts are absolute garbage.
But it's always been down to your shift rotor, right? I thought you were given a new shift rotor every couple of weeks. That's why I've never really brought it up.
No, the only difference is whether I'm on days or nights, because I work the same days every day. It's just a matter of whether I'm going in at 6 p.m. or 6 a.m. That's all it is.
Yeah, so if we can work out like your rotor on a calendar, say like on an online calendar, then you can see then straight away whether or not you're gonna be available that weekend or not available, so that when you go to people and say, do you want to be on my show, if they turn around and say, yeah, I can do this weekend, yeah, you can then be like, oh, hang on one sec. Yeah,
I can go what? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, you go to them and say, can you be on my show? And they say when, and you say, not really quite sure. I have to work around my rotor. You know what I mean? And they're like, yeah, but you also have to work around my rotor.
That's
you know
it,
I mean?
eh?
So
Yeah.
straight away, if you can be like, yeah, okay, I've got these dates. Does that work for you? Yeah, no?
No, totally. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
That's what we do with the Atomic Heart House now. Like, before, anybody could just ask and they could play the very next day, whereas now they have to book in.
Oh, I see.
Slots, and they have to book in at least a week in advance, so I can make the schedule up and put the schedule video out every Monday, so that they know then who's playing throughout the week.
Turn it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Gav, to what you're saying, I do agree with what you're saying, that it can be demotivating and such. What you may or may not understand about this kind of show is, not only with having the time to do it myself, but the one of the issues I face is, and others like me, sometimes you might want to have, like, for my show specifically, sometimes you might want to have somebody on, but they just kind of go like this, right? And for the listeners, I'm kind of backing away from my mic and holding my hands up. They just
Maybe
or,
some of it's down to scheduling. Sorry,
no, for sure.
but I
Yeah.
expect some of it is down to your viewer count. You're shooting high.
Which is a real piss off.
Yeah, 100%. Like, if you had a follower base, like, if you just started off with people that would be willing to just say yes straight away, you know what I mean? Like,
But how do you find those people?
Look on Twitch. Says, why don't you ask Seaweed to come on and tell his life story? Yeah,
I never thought of that.
Why don't you ask another DJ to come on and tell their story? You know what I mean? Just start off with Twitch thingies. They'd be more than happy, because then hopefully they'll bring their viewers over. Their viewers get a bit more insight into them. You get a few more viewer count.
So do you
Win-win
think
for both parties.
Do you think I'm reaching too high?
Maybe for some, especially where some of them are in their careers as well. I get it that sometimes schedules do suck. Like I said earlier on, it's all according to how high in the stratosphere you are. If you're the hottest piece of bread, right, the newest thing, and you're fucking globetrotting all over the world, then yeah, I understand scheduling's going to be a bit of a shitter. You know what I mean?
That
So,
and for what Gav is saying in the chat, for me, what you just said, Reed, that's demotivating to me.
yeah,
Because I'm like, holy fuck, like like, I
yeah, no, that's
I
it.
mean, I know these people are busy.
You know,
but-
you know the good ones, right? You know that some of them are willing to come on your show. Look, you've had fucking
Wow.
Lau, that's it, Laura. You've had her on the show and everything, so they are willing to. So
I want to.
again,
I want to have. I did a birthday show within my first year, and I had Kirsten Eden on Instagram. I want to have her back, but
that's it. There are ones out there that are willing.
but she's
to do
constantly touring.
it. Yeah. But you just never know, right? Whether or not they say, "Oh, I can't. Sorry, schedule at the moment." Super busy.
Yeah, right. It's,
Yeah.
oh,
And at the end of the day, it's like you sort of have to understand that time for them is money. They get 5 minutes spare time if they're touring around the world. They want to either sit back, relax.
Oh,
go
I
out with
totally
their
get
friends,
that,
stuff
yes.
like that.
I'm not numb to
Yeah.
that.
No, exactly like Gav said. I wouldn't ever take it as a rejection. Right? But I would at least, instead of trying to shoot always high, at least try and fill out your channel a bit more with Twitchers.
Yeah.
Because it's all experience, right? At the end of the day, the more
Yeah.
interviews you get through, the bigger and bigger people you should attract, and the more calmer and the more like professional and shit like that you're gonna become.
I do have further comments on this, but nothing I wish to say on air. But on
Yeah.
that, do me a favor and fade that out,
Yep.
because it's fucking 8:00 and oh my god,
There you go, Gav, mate. Follow that channel.
I don't know about anybody else, but I'm fucking knackered.
We shall get you some new followers on that channel, mate.
Fuck, I do appreciate everyone who's come to hang out tonight, even though today was kind of just a shit talk session. This was really fucking fun. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and yeah, if I do 2:00 Eastern tomorrow, if anyone's around, come and hang out with me and Melissa for God knows how long. I told her to block out 2 hours, but that doesn't mean we're going to go for 2 hours. But yeah. That's tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing Sunday. Well, actually, me and you are probably gonna get white and nerdy on Sunday, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, and Ree's got a 4 hour. So what time's your set tomorrow?
My set starts at 6 p.m. UK time.
Oh, so
So 6 till 10.
roundabout when me and Mel are on air. Okay. So.
About an hour before you.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. There you go, guys. So tune in for that. And yeah, I hope you all have a great Saturday. And I hope we... fuck me, I can't see out my window right now. I wonder what the weather's doing. Shit. It's going to be gross tonight. My God, I'm not looking forward to it. But yeah. Thank you all for hanging out tonight, guys. And maybe we'll see you tomorrow. Come and hang out and talk about some healthy shit. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Yeah.
We'll see you again. Night.
Nighty night. Later, Gav, mate.